Hi everyone, this week we're going to talk about books that you can read that either deal with TTTS or parenting or, I don't know, whatever. I'm just going to show you the ones that I have. So first, I'm going to go with, one for anyone. Okay, so this one is Chicken Soup for the Soul, Count Your Blessings. Each chapter is a really short story from different people who have, experienced different challenges in their life and found ways to look at them in a positive light, be thankful for what they still have, and move on and continue to keep living. There's people in here, they had cancer. There's somebody whose house burned down, and they talk about, how they got through that. Tons of different kinds of stories. And what I do is, the chapters are really short, and so after each chapter, I log down what the chapter means to me in my book. And yeah, so I got a little notebook that also says Count Your Blessings, and I got this for $1 at Michael's. And so, like, for one, I wrote, like, for chapter 11, this is what I got out of chapter 11. I wrote, don't ask why things happen to you, ask why happiness comes to you. Notice good things that come to you during, because of, in the worst situations. Be grateful for what you have. And, well, there's tons of little things like that. I could probably post, maybe a list of the ones that I already wrote down for myself in a blog or something, so that you can all see what I wrote. Also, this is something right after I lost that is like a must, and I think just when you're on bed rest or while you're raising your kids, it is always important to have a journal, because there are so many big parts of our journeys that I think that we should record, because there's so many little details also, and later on in life we may want to look back. Not to mention, while you're expressing your feelings into your journal, it can kind of like, you can kind of vent it out, and then, get out what you want to say when you really don't have anybody else to say it to. So I highly recommend buying a journal. This has helped me quite a bit, and I'm definitely going to look back on this someday. I also have a journal, for my kids. It's kind of like, a letter to my kids, what I think they should know later on in life, like, what is my favorite thing about you? And, maybe I'll post a good list for that, too, things you should journal for your kids. Alright, moving on, because I don't want this to be as long as last week. That was crazy long. Alright, this one is a magazine, and this is my favorite magazine, and I get tons of craft ideas in here, parenting ideas, games, sometimes they have a few recipes in here too for cooking. Absolute favorite magazine ever, Disney Family Fun magazine. Every single year between November and December, they start offering this magazine subscription for $10 for a whole year, and I love it. I get so excited when I get these in the mail. They're just like tons of crazy crafts and fun things, and I know a lot of you see me doing crazy stuff all the time, and a lot of it I get from these magazines. So I can't find one really fast, but here's a cooking one. They show you how to make grilled, when you're grilling, to make foil packets with your food, make things faster and more interesting, a little different. But anyways, yeah, awesome magazine for all you parents out there. So since I'm still on that same parenting note, I'm also going to, I checked out this book from the library. It's called Glues, Brews, and Goos, and it's very thick, and it is just tons of recipes on how to make, how to make your own clay, how to make your own slime, how to make your own Play-Doh. So it tells you how to make a snow globe. I don't know, just crazy amounts of good information. So I bookmarked a bunch of pages. I'm going to scan them, and then I'm going to make the few that I picked out, those little recipes. I'm going to put them on the site, and then you guys can look at them if you want to make things. I like homemaking things a lot. Obviously, I know a lot of you, know that I do that. But anyways, so I'm going to scan that soon, and then I'll post that so you guys can all see, like, all the fun stuff to do. But I guess on that note, check out your local library, and you can find tons of good stuff, and you don't even obviously have to pay for those things. I just, I always go there and I type in like craft books or like, autumn crafts or whatever I'm on at the time. So that's fun, and then the kids all get to pick out a book, so everybody's happy. Alright, these two books are children's books, and here's the first one, Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney. This really has nothing to do with TTTS. It's just like a really good book to express on how much you can really love your kids. It's just like, I love you this much, no, I love you this much, and then I love you, like this much, and then I know I love you even more, and it just goes back and forth until, they go, well, I love you to the moon and back, and it's just, it's cute. It's a book that we read as a family, when we visit our daughter's grave, and that's just to kind of say, we love all of you, and, I don't know, I love this book. Okay, now, I'm going to save this one for last, because I have an announcement to make. Well, actually, no, I'm just going to do it right now. This book is called Wherever You Are, My Love Will Find You, and this is by Nancy Tillman. I actually ran and emailed Nancy Tillman after this book to tell her how much it meant to me, because I was, we had got this as a gift at our daughter's funeral. I am no longer friends with the person that gave it to me, but I still consider this a book for Anna and Claire, and so I still use it that way. So for this book, basically after we got it, I said, nobody is reading that book. The first time we read that book will be as a family when we go visit their grave, because I said that is Anna and Claire's book. And to me, it's like the title explains it enough. Wherever you are, my love will find you. And so we opened it up for the very first time at the cemetery, and all of us sat crisscross applesauce, Indian style, whatever you want to call it. And we all sat around, and me and the kids and David, we read the book, and it was so touching that, like, I started crying. That I don't like saying that when I cry, but anyways, so I did, and it's a very good book. It's good for survivors and losses, actually, because it's a good book to read to your kids, to express how much you love them. And good book. Okay, so my announcement for this book, though, is Christy Rios is going to give away one of these books. How amazing is that? And so we are going to hold a contest. Whoever can find 5 butterflies anywhere on the site, so they can be inside groups, inside group discussions. They're not going to be in any private groups, only open groups. And there's also pages on the sides of groups where you can find different info that I've posted. So you could find that in there. You can find it in blogs. You can find it in forums. Anyways, there's going to be 5 butterflies hidden on the site. The first person to message me where the 5 butterflies are will get a free book. You get this one for free. From Christy Rios. How nice is she, huh? And you can find the picture of that butterfly right under this video if you want to know